Well, hi class, and welcome to Art and Insects. Hopefully this will be an exciting class for you this semester as we cover all sorts of things within the realm of insects and art. So to begin with, I'd like to go through the syllabus so you have an idea of what we'll be doing. And to begin with, when you look at the syllabus, it provides my information, right? My name, Dr. Jeremy Marshall, and my email that you can contact me at, as well as my YouTube channel and Twitter account, which are both Insect Fusion, so at Insect Fusion. And there are some interesting videos that will be posted there throughout the entire semester. There are already some there that we'll use. Things like maybe me, like here, dancing around as a bee or as a butterfly. And so hopefully these will be fun things that also help you learn something.
Oh, we seem to be rambling a little bit about his name. Really? Do we really care all that much about his name? I don't know. Maybe. And then what is this Insect Fusion thing? Seems like he really just likes to dress up. Do you think that's okay? I like to dress up. Sometimes I like to be a beetle.
Okay, so we'll go over the course description, and you can read through that part yourself. Right, go through the course description. We have two K-State 8 tags, the aesthetic interpretation tag and the natural and physical sciences tag. So you can read about those on your own. Now what we want to do is look at the required material for the class. Everything that we do in the class will be posted under the module section on K-State Online. If we look then at each different component, we have 34 lecture questions. We'll go over that in just a second. 22 homework assignments, 7 insects in the arts posts, 6 evaluations of those particular posts, and then 2 projects. And so we'll talk about each of those separately. So what are lecture questions? Well, basically what will happen is after I post each individual lecture that we have, no matter what style of lecture that is, once you go through it, there'll be a single question, right? Just one that you need to answer. And this is really just to make sure that you're keeping up with the material.
So we just went over the basic components. What the hell? 34 questions? Seems like, oh my God, all I'm going to be doing is answering these stupid questions. Does that seem fair? Oh, it's just one question per lecture. That seems very reasonable. You just go through a little bit. He never said how long the lectures are though. Oh, like 5 to 10 minutes apiece, so I won't be wasting all my time. Oh, well, that seems very interesting, don't you think?
In terms of homework assignments, as you'll see in the visual representation of the schedule in a little bit, basically all of your homework assignments are on Mondays and Wednesdays for the class. And what that will be is a active learning exercise that's tied to a particular lecture. Now these are designed to take 30 minutes, an hour, maybe 2, just kind of depends on what they are. But they're focused mainly on Mondays and Wednesdays. Then what we'll do is on Fridays, you'll either have a post to do, which is, hey, you need to find a painting or a piece of music or some poetry on the particular topic that we're talking about, and that's just it. You find it, you post it so everybody can see it, and then that'll be due basically the following Wednesday. And then the next Friday, you'll then do an evaluation of those, where you'll look at all of the particular postings, and you'll come up with your idea, your theme, the thing that you think is going on in either all of the posts or in some subset of them, and then you'll write out an evaluation for those.
These post and evaluation bits seem kind of cool. So I get to like look at art and then say, I like this piece of art, and then maybe go, hey, you know, if you look at all these things, they all sort of say something about humanity. I like to think about humanity, but you know, even though they sort of piss me off sometimes, they always run over me with their cars and stuff.
And then lastly, we have projects, and there's only 2 projects. So essentially one at the midterm and one for the final. And these are larger projects. They're the things that sort of count the most. in terms of individual points for the entire semester. And hopefully what you do is build on all the things that we've been going over and going through to put together your project. And for all of these things, I'll give much more detail for each individual assignment, including expectations for each assignment, so you know exactly what you need to do, how you need to do it, and the points that you can expect to get given your how you execute those particular things. So there are no tests or quizzes in this particular class. Everything that you do will essentially be learning by going through the lectures, answering a particular question, and then doing the homework assignments, then doing the post and evaluation. So it's all active learning and no really high pressure things like, oh, I need to study for this particular test or quiz. I want you to get as much out of this class as possible, and I've structured it in such a way that while it does seem like there are several things that you need to get done every week, you know when they are, you know the expectations, it's very structured, and you have a chance just to think and enjoy and really have fun with this class, because that's my sort of primary goal, right? Have some fun, learn something interesting and new, and think about how insects are sort of infused in everything that we do in our society. And you'll be really surprised at all the various aspects of human culture where insects show up. So hopefully that part is really exciting to you too.
No tests or quizzes? Holy crap, are you kidding me? This is the most outstanding thing I've ever heard. Who the hell does that? Oh, wait, I probably shouldn't have said that. This seems like quite a good sort of thing, teaching-wise and learning-wise.
So the grading in the class in terms of point scale, it's a standard 10-point scale. You can see that here on the syllabus. So all the due dates in the class are essentially designed for you to turn them in by the end of the particular day at 11:59 p.m. So let's say something is due on March 4th. Well, it's due on March 4th by 11:59 p.m. that day. And for all the assignments, homework, the questions you have to answer, the posts that you have to do, essentially it gives you 4 or 5 days to get each one of those things done. Okay, so while the class is really structured on this Monday, Wednesday, Friday sort of schedule, there's a lot of leeway on when you can get those particular things done, because we all have very different kinds of schedules. And so it's meant to help you as much as possible and be as flexible as possible. You'll notice that on the outline of the class, for the course schedule, the due dates are all there, so you can actually see, oh, the things that are assigned on Monday, they're always due on Friday. All the things that are assigned on Wednesday, they're due the following Monday, and all the things that are assigned on Friday are due on the following Wednesday. And so there's a lot of structure to the class that way, so hopefully that helps you. So we will be doing some art-related things in this class, right? It's art and insects. And really what I'm looking for are just very basic kinds of supplies, right? Pencils, right, which we can get almost anywhere. Looking at colored pencils, you don't have to get something crazy. They have these sets of like 12 or 50 for less than $10. Something like that is perfectly fine. One of those little watercolor kits, right, that you look at that has maybe 8 or 10 colors in it and a couple of brushes. That would be awesome as well. A little sketch pad that's the size of a piece of notebook paper or a little larger should be more than sufficient for this particular class. If you want something bigger, that's perfectly fine as well. You're going to need a way to potentially take some pictures of your work. You can post it online, do little videos, because you may find that you actually enjoy making little things like I do, and those will actually be ways that you can express yourself later on as well. So those are some of the basics.
I like art supplies, but you know, sometimes they're quite difficult for me to use with my little wings and my little legs. You know, I try to paint, but I end up getting like all dirty and stuff. But hopefully you will enjoy this much better. If not, you can make little videos like this and hold butterflies and say, "Hello, my name's a butterfly. I'm going to talk to you today."
There are other materials there that you can think about. If there's something you're really excited about doing, just let me know. I'll be more than happy to talk to you about whatever those materials are, and then we can go about utilizing them, right? I don't want to limit anybody in the way that they want to go about expressing themselves. The lectures are there in purple. All of the questions that then follow those are in blue. All of the homework assignments are in orange. And then the post and evaluations that you'll do for the different kinds of art that we'll talk about are all in green. And if you see that structure, you go, hey, look, all the green stuff is on Friday. Essentially, for the first half of the course, all the homework assignments are on Monday, Wednesday. The last half of the class, they're just on Wednesdays. So that's a real bonus in the way that we sort of structured the class. And so hopefully this will give you some confidence moving forward that you know exactly how to pace yourself, and there are no surprises, right? This is basically the schedule we're going to stick to. We may adjust a particular subject here or there, but only very slightly. This is the course and the way it's going to be delivered. Now this last bit is all the sort of standard boilerplate stuff that you find in most of the syllabi for the classes that you take. And because this is an online class, we do have to talk about Netiquette, right? How do you interact with people online? And what it comes down to is we need to be nice. Okay, that's really what it comes down to. All the rules that are outlined here really come down to being nice.
Now, what is all this about netiquette? I've never heard the word before, but I think it means don't be a butthead to people, just be decent. That seems reasonable, even though I'm a butterfly, I fly around, when I see other butterflies, I say, hey, you're a butterfly, I think you're kind of cool. I don't say, hey, butterfly, you're pissing me off. Get out here, you crazy Joe. I don't say things like that.
Now, finally, I really want everyone to have a blast in this class, right? This is going to be the thing that hopefully when you walk away, you go, this was maybe the most fun I've ever had in any course at K-State ever, right? This is it. This is the best.
And lastly, honestly, if you're not going to have fun in a class where the professor talks to you with a butterfly, then you're not going to enjoy any class you ever take. Okay? So, enjoy the class, do what you're supposed to, and we'll all get on just fine.